So, you want to learn to make crystal? A lot of people think it's hard, but I know you don't believe that. You know this is not scary. Do you believe in yourself? Hmm? Do you think it's possible to grow a copper sulfate empire with sheer will? You're goddamn right. And I know just the crazy fuck to teach you.
And that's me. Hi, this is the first video of a series of videos on growing crystals. I wanted to share this journey with you so that I can document my findings, plot some cool graphs, and perhaps develop some cool solutions for problems that I encounter along the way. These videos will be produced over several months or years even, so we'll see how it goes. But I hope it's going to be fun. Anyhow, this is one of the crystals that I grew I think around 2017, and while not small for a monocrystal, I think we can do better. It took around 3 months for this one to grow. It took a lot of time and investment, but I haven't really taken care of it and it shows. Usually these crystals are glassy, unlike the one that I have here, but it's actually possible to make it look pretty nonetheless. One of these LEDs is able to turn one of these, rocks I guess, into something otherworldly. And here's the other side, although I think both sides have some endearing qualities. After wiping with a Q-tip, some paper towel, and some distilled water, I think it shows some semblance to its earlier beauty. Don't you think? Well, in any case, I won't go into the details of growing these crystals today, that will come later. But I can mention a few things that I've learned in the past when growing the older crystals. Firstly, common alloys of aluminum and steel can contaminate your crystal bath if contact with the liquid occurs. I actually made this mistake as these scalpels are very fun and satisfying to use. I used them for scraping off the parasitic growth from the monocrystal, but it did result in contamination of the main crystal bath. Let me show you. After holding the two pieces of metal in the solution for about 30 seconds, we can see that the 304 stainless steel strip on the left appears unaffected, but scalpel blade is. So yeah, glass, plastic, or some other inert material is a better choice. Another thing you could do to improve the quality of your crystals is to filter your copper sulfate solution and protect it from dust. To filter it, we first need to dissolve the copper sulfate in distilled water. I'm using light heating here since the dissolution is endothermic, or you could just rely on your patience. All we really need is just a saturated solution at room temperature. After no more dissolution occurs, I transfer the copper sulfate solution into another beaker and heat it just a bit to make sure the liquid isn't saturated during filtration. I'll pour the copper sulfate solution into the vacuum funnel in multiple additions, but you can still get good results with a coffee filter. After that's done, I think it's clear why the filtering was needed. I recommend always having some solution ready to go if you plan to grow crystals over a longer period of time, or just in case, you never know. Now then, we can get our crystal seeds from the polycrystal by just taking a piece of it, or we can just wait a day or two and the Erlenmeyer flat starts looking pretty. I prefer these seeds, as they are clear and there's no need to deal with super saturated solutions that just don't want to crystallize. They're clear, and I just like the look in general. Also makes it possible to grow a clear crystal in the future perhaps. In any case, if you keep your crystal bath dust free and let it evaporate, you should have something nice to show for it in just a few weeks' time. I'll get into more detail in the next episode, but this is it for now. So good luck. And don't forget to make Heisenberg proud. What? First video. Let me celebrate.